Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain. Having just picked up Rimworld Ideology, I was beginning to try a new game just to explore the new options. We can now pick what factions are on the planet. That's a very nice little thing to look at. That's going to definitely make things more interesting, because I'll be able to choose what foes I want and which ones I don't. This should be quite fun. I'm going to have a look at this and figure out what I'd like to do. Welcome to Longsword. Now, I have spent probably the last, good part of an hour going back and forth altering the mod list. There's a lot of things out there that think they should work, but the new settings with choosing factions means things like the Forgotten Realms pack no longer work because they add so many new races to the map. There's tons of ones that you'd think should work because they don't really affect the main game, but error messages all over the place. But yes, I have chosen to settle up between a hive and a somewhat neutral location here. Everywhere else kind of hates me. I mean, it puts me within a nice distance of 2 hostiles, 2 potential friendlies. I would like to go somewhere else, but I couldn't really find anywhere that really had an interesting stone type, terrain type, and all this mingled together. We've got small hills, a dirt path, and a river, all in one location with decent stone. I would like marble rather than slate, but I can't have everything, and slate's nice, cheap, and makes good flooring. So, moving on, we can choose our ideology right from the beginning, and we can actually have a look at what everyone's got. Now, this is the first of me actually looking at this, so it is quite interesting. Styles, structure, there's so much to look at here. Interesting. Female supremacy. Okay. Guilt from the ages. Oh. Okay. Neglected their duty to God. Okay, church came to ruin. Tusk King came. Type of deity. Charity there was indeed in need. They are gonna have very, very strange beliefs. Slavery honorable. Okay. This reminds me very much of Crusader Kings. Horrible for innocent. Yeah, that's about right. I'm gonna play around and try making my own and see what happens. I'll join you in just a moment. Now to begin, we have all these things that affect symbols. So we can go for no gods, and we can burn the symbols of other people. We have spirits and everything. Okay, we can have technology. We can have Buddhist, Christian, Islamic, Hindu, random theists. I kind of like the idea of gods walk among us, but I'm going to go with spirits and everything, maybe. But that will probably give us penalties for cutting down things. Oh, well, only it doesn't affect gameplay. I'm very tempted by gods walk among us. This could be quite fun. Now we choose memes, which are the foundations of the ideology. I kind of like some of these, but they have a real impact on the community, the ones at the top. I love Tunneler though. I would love to make a group of tunneling nut jobs. If I can get the kobolds working from the Forgotten Realms mod, I am making a bunch of tunneler kobold cannibals. That just sounds quite funny. It's like darkness preferred. Yeah, I can definitely see a kobold build here. Tree connection seems interesting. We must be near them, so we start with tree sowing, so we could put trees inside our base, so everyone's happy. Plant specialist. I'm all for the nature. I'm very tempted by that. Ranch is curious, where you're not allowed to make plants, or you know, not as encouraged to. Again, I like this one, but I don't like scarification. Ugh, I don't see why that's... Well, man is a stain on nature's perfection, basically. Oh, I can sort of understand. Don't bond with animals. I think I'm going to go for collectors. The person's role is to serve the community. We stand for our own before others. And I think I'll go for tree connection. That one's just making me curious, so I really want to see what it means. Wait, what? So I don't even get to pick what these are? It just randomizes it for me? Well, I'm going to see if I can play around and alter that a bit, because I'm not too keen on slavery and drug use. Though slavery could be an interesting way to play. It's very Rimworld. So after a little bit of tweaking, I think my religion is done. We have united spirits, loyalist, collectivist, and we have a tree connection. Now I have kind of decided to make it so my guys are allowed to cut down trees. That is actually one of the things you can put in here. You can make it so people do not like cutting down trees. I thought that would be a little hard for a very early game. So we have our creation god, who essentially said, you're going to all work together or you're all going to die together. No allowing heathens into our sacred land either. We've got very much a strong connection with the new dryad trees that have been introduced. They like researching. I do think that's a little bit of a cheat there, but I just want to see what the difference is. The fact you can make insect meat loved, that is actually going to be great fun with that giant hive nearby. Scarification. I thought I'd go with it because it feels about right. I'm not too keen on it because I'm guessing people have pain modifiers. Again, it was horrible before, actually. I'm actually even going to swap that back to horrible because I think the pain modifier is going to be an absolute headache. I can definitely see religions that go, hey, being in pain's a good thing, scarring their people left, right and centre. So we want trees around. Absolutely brilliant. Wait, trees harm? Trees disturb. Oh dear. Well, at least that will hopefully be put off by the free loving. Executions are respected if guilty. I've decided to make it so female and males can just put some pants on. It's fine. I could just put no rules. People might not care. I mean, I don't really have nudists in my colony anyway, and we're in a relatively cold place. Yeah, we're not going to go with cannibalism. Charity is a difficult one because I've done worthwhile because I don't like having to help every freaking refugee. Well, it helps a little bit. I mean, you could stick it right up there in important, and it has massive effects on your moods. But no, we're just going to stick with worthwhile for now. Drug use, medical, social. I'm not forcing people to be stoned off their gourd all the time. Work drive tripled. That just comes with the religion I've chosen. We're not too keen on heretics, but we're not going to, outright burn them. Blinding someone for religious reasons is horrible. Corpses are ugly. We can't change that unless you're a cannibal group. Fungus. I wish I could make this something we could like, but No, only tunneling gets fungus, and that means there's fungus in the game. That's going to be quite fun. If you can grow, that'd be awesome. Diversity of thought, again, you can have bigotry and go, no, we don't want any horrible, horrible other ideas in our group. Nutrient paste, disgusting. Marriage name, always man's. Yeah, again, this is just, don't care. Not really going to be an issue. Skull spikes. I like this. I was very tempted to have it accepted, but it doesn't feel in the spirit of the United Spirits. Slavery, I'm going to try accepted because it seems to be a thing now, and if they've introduced slavery to the game, that actually means that all those prison labour mods might be sort of incorporated already. Organ use acceptable, and you can even change how many spouses you have. I thought I'd keep it even with one each, just keep it simple for now. We have 3 community roles. I mean, we could add another role if we wanted. Oh wait, no, I think we can only have 3. But that is very interesting. That is cool. I like it. We have rites. We have funerals. I've added a fiesta and a drum party. There's also a skylight and festival, which I kind of like. And each of those have rewards. Each time you can sort of affect things, and I like you can choose when they occur, or if it's just a random thing can start any time, and you can just keep adding these. I'm tempted to throw symbol burning in there as well, actually. Anytime, additional reward. Discover an ancient complex. Well, I'm thinking recharge psi focus would probably be better, but I'll try that just to see what the effects are. You can also add buildings what you want, which is kind of nice. People like these in their prayer areas. I'm tempted. I'm going to go for a small sculpture as well. Just a small sculpture, that'll be fine. I mean, a large sculpture would be nice, but eh. And you can actually have relics as well, which occur. Now, these are mostly what I came with. I just kind of swapped things around, changed that from a gun to a plasma sword, because I like the idea of someone's found a piece of insanely powerful tech, and now it's a relic. And you can actually make it that particular types of weapons are preferred. So, like Neolithic, despise Ultratech. I mean, that's actually quite good for a tribal game, which we're kind of starting in, but I don't want to be stuck in that forever. Noble range, heavy, despised, range light, and it is very good that it explains which things are affected. I'm not too keen with these pairings at this moment, so I've decided just to leave that be. Venerated animals. Well, I've just put 2 of my favourites in, as we don't want to hurt those. I was tempted to throw a 3rd in, a more common creature, but but the problem is you colonists want these around. And they won't want you to slaughter them or anything, and I'm going to want to do that. And preferred apparel, this is fun, because this you can have it that people need this apparel, or it's relaxed, they like it. But if you get any new people arriving, this is what they'll be wearing. This is guaranteed, and you can even change what beards and hair your guys can have, and that's seemingly working with all the what was I going to say? Yes, all the add-on hairstyles I've got. I need one of these building. Okay, so something's gone wrong here. I will figure that out. But Pocky carving. I love you can just change the name of these. But yes, I'll figure out why this is coming up, and I will see you in a bit. Now I'm back. I've spent a long time building this place up. It's been an absolute nightmare, to be honest. But the religion is a little bit more difficult than I thought. Like the tree impact. Oh my goodness, you can hardly cut down any trees before you get trees ravaged for a year. Mood-wise, well, I've got relatively simple things to keep boosted. And it took me a while to figure out that you have to assign the roles via the social tab. Seems obvious, doesn't it? So, I've had my most annoying raider come in and stab a few of my people, so I'm going to publicly execute him. I did want to accuse him, which is one of the things you could do, but for some reason it didn't allow me to do this. Work drive's quite good though. That's very handy. And combat command is something I didn't even realise they had. And Kashank. Great. That didn't go well. Public execution was awkward, the speech dragged on, it came to strike, the execution slipped and barely recovered, none of it felt justified. Oh well, -1 for a few days. Well, it wasn't terrible. It'll be nice to figure out what else I can do. Also, animals need to be put in pens now. I don't know if that's ideology or I don't know if it's a mod. I don't know what gave me these pens because I'm pretty certain I've not put a mod on what does this. But yes, you can't just tell them to go anywhere. You've got to keep them in pens. And it keeps harassing me that they're in animal filth. It's like, you've got to have them on these horrible straw mats. It's like, well, I haven't even got any hay yet. So they've got wood for now. Be happy. Could someone please get rid of the corpse? And don't consume him. Yeah, it's been a while. I need some graves. Where's a good point to start burying people? Well, this'll do. Actually, no. I'm gonna figure out where I'm putting these. And this has just been a sneak peek of ideology. I am tempted to go into this properly rather than just me messing around with this bunch of tribals and a bit of dev mode and trying to figure out what works and what breaks. But I will see you later.